Hello, hello.
What's going on? We are back, my brother.
Bienvenue tout le monde. Welcome to Haitian
And ap
Creators
salye tout
Live.
moun ye. Yeah, and ap salye tout moun ki an ba live la. Nou tou patou koun ya la. Nou sou YouTube, nou sou Facebook, nou sou LinkedIn. Nap di tout moun ki ap suiv nou yo merci an pil paske yo la. Welcome to the Haitian Creators Live. What's up, man? Listen, you are well dressed today. You know, I mean, I'm like, man. I'm like, you must. I'm like, man, you're going for president today. What's going on? What's going on? Tell the people what's going on with you, man.
That's how it is in the Haitian community, right? They see you dress up like president, you know.
President, commandant,
Oh man. So Johnny, it's good to see you in good health because you had the storm. So how did you fare out with that last week?
Well, I can tell you, Central Florida wasn't too bad. There was some damages to some people. It depends where you were located at. But where I was at, m'pe di deux trois ti bagay sou do ka la, mais à part de cela, c'est un pile vent, pile la pluie, m'pat gen lumière pour 2 jours quoi. But after that, everything was well. Everything was going good. So, but my heart go out to a lot of our Haitian and sisters, brothers who's down south.
Yeah.
And who had to deal with this. And
Yeah.
and it's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have a backup generator?
Oh, waka ba ayisyen ou ba gen delko mwenche. Waka ayisyen ou ba gen delko mwenche. Yeah, well, I had a backup generator. I had a small one who can run for about 8 to 12 hours.
Yes.
So it's almost like a camping style generator.
Yeah.
So we were able to just plug it in and plug in the essential stuff like your fridge, your stove and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
to keep you going in a couple lights.
Yes.
But I don't have the huge generators.
Oh,
So,
okay.
But yeah, because I know they're gonna do everything possible to bring the power back. So
Right. That's good. Yeah, and you're not too far from my parents, and the same thing. They had a backup generator, so they were good until the power was restored. So that's great.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was tough. I mean, it was tough. I did not think at the end of the hurricane season we'll have one like this. You know, but that's what they call a disaster. You just never know. You just have to be prepared. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
So we have a lot going on in October, right? So many things going on, right? And we also want to highlight, something that's very important part of our Haitian history, and that's the Battle of Savannah.
Yes. Actually, I had the pleasure last year to interview she's the executive director, Miss Elizabeth. She's the executive director for the Haitian American Historical Society. And it was a very good interview where we were talking about that monument that you're seeing on the screen right now was located in Savannah. And that monument, basically, it's about a little bit more than 500 men of Haitian descent who were, we're going to tell them, Haitian. Back then in 1779, Haiti wasn't Haiti yet. But those were free men. So they were black men, they were free men who volunteered basically to help the French, but at the same time to help United States during the Revolutionary War. And those men played a valuable role during that war and made USA what it is today. So they were part of that war. And after so many years, I believe this monument was erected around 2007. Yeah, around 2007, that organization, that Haitian American Historical Society, put together and get the approval from the city to have the monument placed where it is. So every year around 9th of October, they go down to Savannah and where the battle took place, and they have a march from there to the monument. And they usually have like festivities, different things, different activity, people telling the story, how it happens, and the founders of the organization. So there are multiple other organizations were there to support this event. But since COVID, things has died down. I think that's the second time after COVID they're going back this weekend. They're actually there this weekend. So if anybody is around the Savannah area, I mean, I'm telling you, I went down there to videotape this monument. And let me see if I can put this on mute while we play this right here.
Yeah, hold on. Let me make it full screen here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that was my interview with her. So I went down to Savannah to see the monument, and I was recording the people, and I was recording the area, and I was recording the monument, and to talk about the monument and stuff. And there were a school there. I think they were about middle school or elementary school. And I was excited, man. I was like, oh, wow, look at all of those young kids learning about this history. I'm Haitian. This is Haitian make this happen too. And we right here, we have a monument. So all excited, I went and talked to one of the teachers who was there. It happened to be the history teacher. And I was like, hey, man, this is very good. You bring the kids here to see this monument and stuff like that. He's like, what monument? I'm saying, the monument you're standing right behind you.
Wow.
It was like, I have no idea what this is about. So I took him and make him read what you're reading right now, what you guys seeing on the screen right now. If I can pause it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I already missed it, but okay. So I make him read it, and he was like, you know what? I had no idea something like this happened.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, this is a history teacher. I think he was middle school or high school. Mm-hmm. So we talked for a little bit. And the kid left after that, all right? And he went back. But that made me come and think about it. So if we, as Haitian American, we are not telling the story, if we are not putting our face forward and say, this is what happened and this type of things need to be included in the history books and people need to learn about those, then we're always going to be in the situation where people only know the negative aspect of Haiti. Yes, we have some issues back home we have to deal with. It's complicated to explain to you because you won't understand. Yeah. Okay. But at the same time, this is not the only thing we are known for. There's a lot of successful influencers, successful businessmen, successful doctors, nurses, you name it, and there's many Haitian American also who's serving in the military as well, and who's continue to provide the support, and we are everywhere just like everybody else.
Yes.
And that's why Haitian Creators Lives is here, because we might as well let you segue to this to do a call of action for those Haitian Americans who are in the background and that people don't know about them, and to let them know, hey, that's what we're here for.
Absolutely. And we would love to connect with you and hear your story and highlight your story here on our platform. So if you're definitely interested in being a guest on our show, send us an email at HaitianCreatorsLive@gmail.com. That is HaitianCreatorsLive@gmail.com. We would love to connect with you.
Yes. And then I'm telling you, man, if you ever have a chance to go down to Savannah, go to the square.
How far is Savannah from ATL?
Ooh, that I don't know.
Yeah.
I know from Orlando. I can tell you it took me about 4 hours to make it there.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how far, but it should not be that far away. So the people from Georgia, if we have anybody from Georgia who's under the live who's watching after this, maybe they'll leave us a comment and let us know.
Absolutely.
But it's not too far.
Absolutely.
It's not too far.
And then we have...
But I try to be,
Anna Hill saying...
Hey, Anna. Hello, Anna. She's present.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to go this weekend too, but we had a lot of stuff going on. It was last minute and stuff like that, so that's why I'm not gonna be there. But I'll be there in spirit, to support it as much as I can. But I think that's a spot that every Haitian parents should take their kids one day.
I totally agree.
If you're living in the United States,
I totally agree.
You are able to do it, you should take that trip. You should take that trip and go and see it for yourself.
I love it.
So.
And then as you said earlier, right? Haitians are everywhere. Haitians are Haitian. There was this article. There was, I believe, is this a doctor? I'm not going to mention his name, but he said that I agree with the idea of erecting a statue for the French volunteers of Saint-Domingue under the command of, how do you pronounce this? Comte d'Estaing? for their participation in the siege of Savannah, but as a professor of Haitian history, I object to the use of the word Haitians to refer to those soldiers. They were free indeed, but they did not represent Haiti or the future Haitians. They wanted to prove that they were French citizens and as such, ready to shed their blood in a war fought by an ally of France. What are your thoughts on that, Johnny?
Well, I understand where that person's coming from, but at the same time, you have to remember back then there was no Haiti because it was slavery. Okay, and those men who's participating, especially one of them, which is Henri Christophe, who became the king of Haiti, mainly in the north. I believe the drummer represent Henri Christophe. He was a young man, and he participated in that battle. So when they went back to Haiti and fought in 1803 and gained independence, so automatically Haiti was become what Haiti is. So they are Haitian no matter what. So they are Haitian descent. Exactly. So yeah, we can go down the line and get in technicality and say they're not this, they're not that. But at the end of the day, they did not have a nation per se. And the majority of those men, the reason they were free is because a lot of them was they were kids from French and slavery. Okay, so basically they were the descendant of when the French was raping the slaves and those kids were born, they were a little bit lighter skin and they had more freedom than somebody who was darker skin. So that's why a lot of people talk about, okay, those guys were not, they were more like French and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this in the same group of men, some of them who went back to Haiti and fought the French and create Haiti. So yes. That's how I see it. But that's I do agree with what you say, but I'm not going to get caught up in the technicality of it. Right. Because the reality is they become the founders of Haiti as well.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I totally love that. And the anniversary is today.
Well, on the night, every night of October, because I think the battle was between sometime in September, from September to October. I don't know the exact date, but every night of October, the organization will help build that monument. They do a ceremony, a march, a celebration every year on the same spot where the monument is located at.
That sounds like fun, and that's happening this weekend, you said, right?
Yeah, it's happening. Actually, they're already down there doing some activities. And when I talked to her, I think last week or something like that, when we get the information, they're going to do the march tomorrow morning, the meeting at 6:30 in the morning, and leave at 7 o'clock and march from where the battle took place all the way to the monument.
That's awesome. And then they probably have history lessons there. And did they have like live bands?
I'm sure they will have something.
Quand même.
On va acabar com un petit compas qui a joué quand même. On va acabar com un petit compas qui a joué quand même. Il y a un pile monde qui a plagué, un pile monde qui a participé. Et faut que nous dit tout, il y a un pile haïtien qui pas connaît bataille ça a existé. Et ça fait l'important pour nous parler des gens des bagages ça. Moi-même principalement moi voulais moun yo comprendre que gens que y a montré dans TV ça Haïti Jean haïtien c'est pas ça haïtien ont une histoire qui est extraordinaire et haïtien tout et Haïti en général aider en pile l'autre pays bataille pour freedom pour liberté yo. So whenever we have a chance to celebrate, and we're going to celebrate it because hey they did it.
Absolutely. So speaking of things that people should be aware of, right? So there are other things going on in October. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And not only is it important for women, but also for men to know this as well, because men can get detected for breast cancer. And in addition to that, the chances for survival of men are lower because they're detecting it at a later stage because we're not getting checked out, right? We're not going to the doctor. Johnny.
Yeah, man. You know how it is. Men don't like going to the doctors. And usually, like, we're talking about single men, and they're definitely dying at an earlier age than married men, because when you're married, your spouse is in your back and say, hey, you got to get seen, you know. Yeah. But yeah, that's the reality. But the thing is, I think the number is 1 of every 100 diagnoses, I believe, it's of breast cancer is a man.
Yes.
And so there's some signs and symptoms that are out there. They can go to the CDC website and look for some symptoms. Usually if you feel like you got a lump on your breast, or if you feel like your nipple area is either itching or painful, any redness, and if you're in doubt, just go to your doctor and check it, especially after you hit 40 years old. 40 and up, it's downhill, you know.
Right. And then also, it's important to understand that 1 out of 5 men with breast cancer have a close relative, male or female, with the disease. And also, risk factors include heavy drinking of alcohol, liver disease, obesity. You know, just all these things that we have to be worried about. As men, especially Black men. So it's definitely important. Get checked out. If you're a single man, take the initiative. Get checked out. Ladies, you're getting your mammogram, but also encourage your men to get checked out as well. And Johnny, you're basé dans des salles créoles, so là go take pour yo.
Oui, so ça n'a dit que mois octobre là, c'est mois que yo pas utiliser mot célébrer, mais c'est là yo fait nous connaître, yo fait nous songer que n'a parlé cancer dans tété. Et le plus souvent, les gens qui ont l'obtention de cancer dans tété, nous toujours penser c'est filles qui ont cancer dans tété. Mais c'est pas seule fille seulement qui ont cancer dans tété. Garçon tout qui a cancer dans tété. Ça veut dire que statistique là dit sur chaque 100 moun yo joine avec cancer dans tété yo, yon là-dedans son garçon. So chaque mois d'octobre, yo toujours fait une célébration pour faire tout le monde songer. Faut que al checker této car docteur spécialement même sur son garçon qui est entre 40 and up. Depuis 40 ans, arrivé 50 ans jusqu'à ce qu'on arrive grand monde, c'est très important pour parler à docteur sur ça. Et sous son garçon qui sentit que ou gen un petit boule en bas této, ou sinon en dedans této, ou sinon si tête této fait mal, ou sinon li gratter, ou sinon elle gen différentes couleurs. Nous conseillons à un docteur, chita parler avec un docteur pour faire une examination pour make sure que ou même en tant que garçon tout que ou checker pour make sure que ou pas de cancer dans tête. Et pour mesdames yo, et le plus souvent lors de quarantaine nous commencé ou t'as supposé commencer parler avec docteur sur ça, parler avec sur qui genre cancer dans tête qui genre ça a affecté. Principalement si ou gon moun dans famille ou qui gagne cancer ou sinon qui fait cancer ou sinon tu fait cancer dans tête déjà, c'est très important pour parler de ça à docteur. Mais sous depuis dans 50 ans ou sinon pour aller plus haut que 50 ans, c'est obligatoire pour faire un examen mammogramme au moins au moins 2 ans. Chaque 2 ans, c'est supposé faire un mammogramme juste pour make sure que ou pas gain cancer dans tête.
Yes. Yeah. And this is a great segue to what we're going to talk about next, because Johnny, you're in the healthcare industry for many years. I've been in nonprofit management for 12 years with a health and social services organization, and one of the challenges is definitely health literacy. October is Health Literacy Month, and Health Literacy Month is divided into 2 parts: personal health literacy. So this is how, to the degree to which individuals can find, understand, and use information and services to inform health-related decisions for themselves, and organizational health literacy, right? The degree to which organizations are being held accountable to enable individuals to understand and use health-related information and make health-related information decisions for themselves, right? And for many years of experience in the health industry, that's always been an issue. That's always been a challenge when it comes to literacy for Haitians, right? We working with the New York City Department of Health. That's been a challenge, in working with other health departments when it comes to finding information online or brochures or pamphlets to do community-based outreach, there's always been a challenge in terms of, one is, is this in Creole, Haitian Creole, or is this in French, or does it matter? Can the person read it? Is it translated properly, right? And how do we go about providing more of these resources in Haitian Creole or French? More so Haitian Creole, right? How can we provide it, and how can we make sure that it's being presented accurately?
I mean, the reality is there's a confusion out there, and being in healthcare, and I see it a lot. I see when you have a pamphlet, for example, it's translated in Spanish, and it's great, and I love the way they do that. But when you ask for if the person is of Haitian descent, they give them the information in French. But it's not every Haitian who speak French. Matter of fact, the majority of the Haitians speak Creole. Okay, so I see some information, especially from Medicare or Medicaid, they will have a lot of those information in Creole. Okay, if you guys hear noise, I'm sorry. It looks like my neighbor is out there cutting the grass. So there's a lot of information from Medicare, Medicaid that are in Creole, but those are the basic information.
Yes.
So when we're talking about with organization who's explaining, especially hospitals, how do you explain a procedure in Creole to a Haitian, and they don't have those information. When we're talking about when they discharge patients, some of the information will be in Creole, and another part of it will not be in Creole.
Yes.
And some hospitals and some places doesn't have it at all.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're talking about translation. So we have a lot of great translators out there, but I'm gonna focus on the health part. Translating medical information is different than just translating for translating, right?
Yes.
So if anybody did some work in translation or interpretation, you will see there's a niche. Like some people will do the legal aspect because those words are different. It's not an everyday encounter words you'll find. Some people will do the political aspect. Some people will dedicate some time on the healthcare part. But on our case, we do not have that many interpreters or translators who have healthcare background to explain those information properly. And that's why, and I can give you an example. There's a lot of Haitian nurses who can tell you that, a lot of Haitian technologists who can tell you that. They were trying to use you as much as possible to translate, because the stuff they're telling the translator who have no healthcare background,
right,
they feel like sometimes that information it's going through, but it is not going through.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what organization needs to do to bridge this gap, but earlier when you were talking about, well, maybe they should start making videos.
Leveraging video.
Yeah, that's a great idea, man, because they can put that information on a video. They can. I'll let you explain the way because that was your idea. I'll let you explain it because I was like, wow, I didn't think about that. That's probably a great way to do it.
Absolutely, because we do have the challenge of, the translation issue, right? Not only is it accurate, how long is the turnaround to get these things translated? And if the person receiving the information, are they capable of reading it, right? What is their literacy level? But here we are. We're on LinkedIn Live. We're on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube, right? You can see us. You ukawenu. Ukatandenu, ukoponsanamdi, right? Ukoponsanamdi na angle, ukoponsanamdi na kreyòl, right? You understand us, and we're using video. So I think it's very important that organizations tap into that if they haven't done so already, leveraging the power of video to engage individuals in health literacy.
Actually, that would be a perfect thing for like a lot of Haitian influencers, because you can create those nice short 1 minute, 2 minutes videos to explain to a patient a procedure, and they can just use a barcode, bam, they get it, they read it, they listen to it and read it. Because gon parti pour nous ajouter et parti ça faut d'accès haïtien nous yo pas premier parti ça mais réalité a majorité non haïtien pas écrit créole ou sinon pas li créole bien. Okay, that's including like a good 90 to 95% of those living in the diaspora.
Yes.
Okay, sou a vivre boy ici pour bon petit bout de temps sinon quitter Haïti en l'autre petit. Oui, ou parle ou comprendre créole, ou ka écrit créole parfois avec un peu mistake, OK, un peu erreur. Mais le plus souvent tout l'on a li créole là l'onti gens difficile ou après en pile dans nous il y a difficulté pour li créole là. OK, mais ça veut dire tout en pile nan frère accès nous yo ça n'a parlé à qui était Haïti, il y a un pile là-dedans qui pas kon li créole et c'est pour raison ça nous dit que l'état plus facile pour organisation créer des vidéos pour montrer ça qui va passer patient ou ça qui va passer moun nan et puis moun nan ka regarder vidéo ça qu'on y a pour comprendre que ça l'a dire. So this conversation I think is mainly for not only for healthcare, for business people.
Yes.
Because if you have a business and you're not creating any Creole content, I mean, it's over, I think, about 3 to 5 million Haitians living in the United States.
Yeah. And not only organizations, businesses, Haitian doctors too, right? Anyone that needs to get their information out there should definitely leverage the power of video. I was in a Puerto Rican restaurant earlier this week, and there was a Spanish poster on the wall for a bilingual center, and they had a QR code right there in the middle, right? We are capable of using a phone. We can just click on that QR code, and boom, what popped up? A video promoting the services that the bilingual center provides.
Here we go. Just that simple. And I think they should leverage that. I mean, in the creator world, anybody will tell you, if I go to your space and you're showing some information, I'm going to challenge you and ask you why that information is not in Creole. Because it's for two reasons. Because I think my people should get that information as well, especially if you translate it in other languages. And that's also to help your organization, because you are missing out on a big part of the population that's not going to get your message.
Yes.
And when we're talking about business, you're talking about revenue, you are missing out of revenue. Okay. And if you look in the video creation world, I'm going to talk about that a little bit because that's where we're part of.
Yes.
You will see that a lot of information are not in Creole. And Haitian use videos a lot. I'm telling you, I'm just telling you. Okay, I'm giving you the clue right here. Okay, we in the internet a lot.
Yes.
Okay, they on Facebook a lot. And they buy a lot of stuff. But your organization is not creating anything in Creole to capture this audience.
Yep.
To tell this audience, hey, I'm over here. Do you need anything? This is what I can provide. So you're losing out of it. So I'm hoping, healthcare facilities, businesses, they'll start thinking differently about our community and start creating stuff as well for our community.
Yes.
And if not, people like me and you, we have to do it ourselves, and just like we're doing right now.
And think of the reach, right? Because we have this health literacy information from organizations, from departments of health and whatnot, in the form of brochures and pamphlets and posters, right? But I'm not going to pass the pamphlet or brochure on to you, Johnny, or to somebody in the subway or to me on the bus, right? But if I see a video and I'm watching the video, I'm engaged, I'll share it. I can post it on social media, and that could reach other people, right?
That's it.
So just think of how many people that you're reaching and you're impacting through video. And not only that, once you have that video, you can use it for other things. You can repurpose it into other ways and expand your reach much further.
Yep. And now the resources are available. I mean, if you see the way the world is turning, it's all about video.
Yes.
It's all about video creation, and sometimes you got less than 15 seconds to capture that to their attention.
Yes.
So I can tell you, as soon as they see it's in English, and that's why sometimes when we do our show, and we mainly do it in Creole and in English, but we do a big portion of it in English.
Yes.
You can see as soon somebody turn into it and they say the portion is in English, they're leaving. Okay, because there's that's the reality.
Yes.
And some people already call me and say, hey, you say you got a Haitian Creator live show, but it's in English. No, there's a portion of it in English. But the objective is to bring our brothers and sisters from the American side to say, hey, you are missing out on this side, so we can bridge the gap, okay, and come with a solution, and also to introduce the world to a lot of our great influencers we got out there. Look who we have on our first guest.
Yes.
People still calling me, asking me questions about his organization.
Yes.
Still. And it's been over a week, I think, if not 2.
2 weeks. Big shout out to Jean-Pierre Louis. Thank you so much again. For those of you who don't know, Jean-Pierre Louis is the founder and creator of Kappa Care, CAPRA care.org.
Oh yes, man. We take everybody times on Friday afternoon, but we loved it. We love doing it, man, because I think those things we're doing is important, and for ceux sont haïtiens ou influenceurs haïtiens ou qui non communauté ça qui t'a aimé participer dans show nous, voyez n'a met email là pour yo encore. OK. Ou met voyon email ba nou et din ki le din ki le wap libre ki lo ta reme participer ou sinon contacter nous et puis n'a contacter ou back et puis pour nous inviter dans show ça. Intention c'est aider monde là reconnaître cotisation que haïtien fait dans monde ça. Nous gen moun qui participer dans pile bagay aux États-Unis, au Canada, la France. Mais le plus souvent, yo concentré sur ça, yo ouais dans télévision, dans nouvelle qui ça qui Haïti a pour yo penser c'est ça Haïti, mais yo pas connaît pour qui raison c'est ba ça là. So nous voulons changer ça. So ou même tous vous voulez changer ça, vous voulez participer dans show nous, please, voyons email ba nous et puis n'a fait tout ça capable pour nous inviter pour participer.
That's right. That is right.
You know, the other aspect too on Fuljens, we need to I was thinking about it the other day. We need to start inviting other organizations too, so we can talk to them and explain to them, you know, our frustration. You know, I'm still fighting. I still want to have a fight with Epidemic Sound because I'm like, why you don't? And you know why? I went to the website. I checked everything. They have. I think you can translate the website in French. I think you can translate it in Spanish, but not in Creole.
Yeah. We would love to have a conversation with Epidemic Sound. Definitely.
Yeah, so not in Creole, you know. So and guess what? Because of that, you're losing out in a big market.
Yes.
And a lot of creators, musicians who would love to put their music on your platform, they don't know how to, because your site is not in a language they understand.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we have some work cut out for us there. And then just one more thing when it comes to the video for everyone who is listening in terms of like Health Literacy Month and understanding the power of leveraging video to bring out your message to, you know, whoever your audience is, and understanding where your audience is, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be on social media. It doesn't have to be on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, right? Because what platform do a lot of us Haitians use? We use WhatsApp, right? We have groups on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp is our Bible,
right?
And we just give you the clue. WhatsApp is our Bible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right. And
we all use it.
And then something that you know, it's also important to target your community there in the WhatsApp, because a lot of misinformation is being spread in the WhatsApp platform.
Yep.
And I remember during the peak of the COVID pandemic, all this information was being spread, and we had Haitian clients that we service, and they were saying, "Oh, I heard COVID is being spread this way. I heard this person," and then we had to really go in there and actually share videos and create support groups inside of the WhatsApp to basically to basically tackle all of those this information that's being spread and educate them. They're getting so much information on there. So definitely, if you're not reaching to your community in WhatsApp as in terms of the Haitian community and you're a Haitian organization or Haitian doctor, Haitian business, definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, and I worked the whole entire time in COVID. Thank you, God. I didn't catch COVID until I think this year or last year. But I can tell you, it was very confusing. Okay, it was confusing for people. But imagine somebody who do not speak the language. Okay, it was about you're about to give them an information. You're about to put them in a ventilator, and they do not understand you. I mean, there's a joke out there. I think he's a political leader. When they were talking about the ventilators for patient, this man actually have a regular fan. He thought they were talking about fans. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he is a famous, I can't remember his name, but he's a famous leader. This famous political leader back there.
Yeah.
Okay, he thought they were talking about fans.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you can imagine for the regular folks who were sick during that time. Okay, so I find myself doing, trying to translate and trying to do my job at the same time and trying to give information, trying to provide as much as information as I can get online, and to doing videos, Facebook videos or YouTube videos. I was exhausting. It was exhausted because I was working long hours, frustrating, and then you have to concrete this. It was very difficult. So yeah, what you say, it's important for them to do that, and I'm hoping this kind of thing will change. And what I don't understand, and this part is for our Haitian American brothers, you in the system. And some of you work in those organizations. Why are you not advocating for this? Why are you not saying, hey, wait a minute now, hey, you forget about my people? What's up with that?
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. Wherever I go and whatever system I'm in, and I'm always, okay, wait, you're missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're missing something. I mean, it's just, it's nothing wrong saying that. And sometimes people don't do it on purpose. They just don't know. They don't have the information.
Yeah.
And giving them the information will make a big difference. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely important to educate. We have some Dr. Rousseau tuning in.
Dr. Rousseau, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Good to see you here. Thank you for joining us here on Haitian Creators Live.
Yeah. You know one. Oh, you still have people on that? Okay. Let me add something really quick, Fuljens. I classify our community in multiple categories. And I do that because that's what I see. And that's just my opinion. And I don't ask anybody to agree with me, but I'll let you tell me what you think about it. Mm-hmm. When we're talking about the Haitian community, for me, it's divided in multiple categories. You have a group who came here, I'll say, in the 70s, right? Those are our parents. They came here because of maybe political issue, maybe exiled, but they came in to work. They did not know the language. They do everything as possible to make things happen. And usually a lot of them was already in the 40s or the 30s, okay, when they came here. And they come with kids, or they have kids here. So the other group is when they come with kids. The kids they came with, living with them in the United States during that time, were suffering from a lot of discrimination because people did not like Haitians, and people was calling us boat people. They were giving all kind of name. And that's why you see before the 80s, before the Wycliffe Revolution, I called it, a lot of Haitian was afraid to say they were Haitian. And it was because of all of this bullying and stuff like that. So, and then you have the other category of the kids who were born here, because they watch what's going on, and those kids was fluent in English, okay? And they did not have the accent that I have. So they were frustrated as well, and they keep that information to themselves and never want to associate and say they were Haitian. Then you have the Wycliffe Revolution, when Wycliffe make being Haitian cool again. Okay, so now everybody's saying the Haitian, right? So you have this category still, which is divided on those who came here when they were kids and those who were born here.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have all kids, right? My kids who born here in the 2000. Those kids have they're not really connected with Haiti like we are connected with Haiti. Now they love it. They love the culture. Okay, they want to bring themselves to the culture and be part of the culture, but they face sometimes discrimination from Haitians. Haitians say, oh, you have an accent, oh, you don't speak Creole, oh, you're not Haitian. So make those kids afraid to participate.
Yeah.
Or sometimes they face it, this or whatever, and they participate. And those kids are we're starting to lose a generation, because my kids, if the situation continue like it is right now, they're probably gonna lose that connection, with Haiti. So that's why it's important when we're talking about literacy, you're dealing with different categories. And in those different categories, we need to have people in our community that are doing the work in the background.
Yes.
Like yourself, who's part of a big organization, like Jean-Pierre, like Dr. Rousseau, who's under that life.
Yes.
Those people need to sit down together and talk about this kind of situation in our community and see, okay, what can we do to come with a solution to bridge the gap when we're talking about literacy? Because the reality is our community is divided in many sub-communities.
Yeah.
And they all behave differently.
Yeah.
So if we don't do that, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be a problem, and it's gonna be difficult for us to ask other community to provide the stuff they need to provide to us when we ourselves we don't even understand what our community is dealing with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I totally agree. Community mobilization with different various community leaders in the Haitian American community for the sole purpose of preserving the culture, so for the sole purpose of preserving the language is definitely important, right? Because I've been through it all. I've been through so many different coalitions and organizations and everything like that. We meet, and then it's sad to say that things just kind of like fall apart, or we stop meeting, or like everyone has like their own like motives or whatever, right? So it's kind of like hard to get like good people together and just like and with one common goal, right? One common goal. But I believe that for this to work, we definitely have to mobilize and provide resources to support the people who are actually doing that work, right? Because there are people, whether they, I know there was like there's a couple, their focus is on preserving the Haitian language. They were I believe they were interviewed by Shirley Dorr, right?
Okay.
We can look into that, and probably that would be great to have them on the show and talk about that. But there are people out there that is their mission, right? Whether it's an organization or whether they're entities, their mission is to preserve Haitian culture. Their mission is to preserve the Haitian Creole language. And community leaders, instead of reinventing the wheel, we should mobilize to support those people, right? Because they're already doing the work. And that's where I think that's a lot of clash that always happens, right? Where everyone wants to start doing the same thing, but why are we doing the same thing when there are other people doing it and they've been doing it for years and they're experienced at doing it? So let's support them. Let's back them up. What resources do you need? We have the organization. We have the community members. How can they help, or how can you provide services to them, right? So we have to be more strategic when it comes to that, for sure. You mentioned the different categories of people. I've been fortunate to, like, I grew up in the 80s, so I've been around the people from the 60s and the 70s, and also the Wycliffe era. Growing up in the 90s, you did not even want to be associated with being called Haitian, right? And then for me, it wasn't until the earthquake back in 2010, people started to get a soft spot for Haitians. And then I remember that there were several Haitian leaders, and I never thought about it that way, is because, and it's sad to say that it was around that time, it was cool to become Haitian, right? Because like now, we're in the media and people want to support us and things of that nature. But at this, it's sad to say that, but that kind of like actually helped in a way, right? In softening the blow.
Yeah. I mean, I came here after I came here in 96, 97. So that's after it's right in the middle of the Wycliffe Revolution, so I did not have the chance to deal with what you deal with, For me, because for me, by the time I got here, it was the ultimate respect, people calling you Zo, people, I'm like, okay, because it was because of the work that he did. I mean, people can have a different opinion about this, but for me, that's how I see it, because of the work that he did, and that brings a lot of respect to our community. And that's when I came here, so I did not have to deal with that portion. Yeah. But the portion I saw is seeing Haitian who came here with me, but I won't say discriminated, but making fun of the kids who came here younger. Like if they came here at 8 years old, they're fluent, or if they came here, or if they were born here, or they don't speak Creole. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We can't do that, because what we're doing, we're pushing a section away. So we can't do that. We have to embrace it. And that's what you see platform like Union Street. It's important because they're giving you both sides of the coin. Yes. And it take a lot of courage for them to do it. Okay, and seeing them performing and seeing what they're doing in the community, a lot of those young comedians, a lot of those young actors, seeing them in action, you can see, okay, there is something is changing, and we have to continue to do so.
Absolutely. Let's get into some of the comments here. We have Dr. Russo very engaged here right now. Mark is saying greetings to you, Johnny.
What's up, Mark?
So
I served with Mark in the U.S. Navy. That's my brother right there.
Oh, nice. And then also Gabe. Hello, Gabe. Good to see you here. Looking forward to being on your show tonight in an hour or so.
Yeah, you're about to exit to another show. That's what happened when you big time, man.
Okay, so Dr. Russo has made a few comments here while I was speaking. Haitians list between 5 and 7 years as compared to Cubans when they come here. If you were talking about your accent, what about me? Being Haitian is trending now. I think it is our job to get our kids to know about Haiti.
Yes. Exactly.
By the way, these kids have dual nationality. They have more legal rights than we do.
You see, we can't wait to have you on the show.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
because I would love to, because there's a confusion of what Dr. Russo said. These kids are dual nationality.
Yes.
Because if you look at, I believe the Haitian Constitution says it doesn't matter if you were born of a Haitian parent, no matter where you're at in this universe, you are Haitian.
Yes.
Okay. So, but I'm not 100% sure if it's in the Constitution. Which Constitution? Is it the 87 or the 1806? So that also probably can clarify that for us. And when he's here one day with us.
Definitely. And then I also said, except in 2010 when they see you as a charity case. Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword, right? The charity case, but also at the same time, you say you're Haitian. Maybe it's because it's a charity case, or there's a softer spot, but it just definitely felt different. Like I haven't come across around that time where people were kind of like shying away from being Haitian. Like Haitian pride was in full force.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Dr. Russo wrote a book on that, and also his dissertation for his PhD. Oh, excellent.
We're waiting for you, Dr. Russo. Send me an email. Let us know when you are available.
Yes. So, Dr. Russo, in case you missed it, we'd love to have you on our show. Send us an email at HaitianCreatorsLive@gmail.com. We'd definitely love to have a conversation with you further.
Yes. Well, yeah, he is right. I mean, back in 2010, we were the charity case, and unfortunately, you see what happened. Nothing really. I mean, those so much money was donated, and yet, look at it.
Yeah.
So again, he's right. We have to change the narrative. We have to do the work,
and also highlight the people who are actually making an impact in Haiti,
Yep.
such as the Jean-Pierre Louis of Capricare, right? So we definitely have to
Exactly.
continue, because like you said yourself, right? He came on the show and people weren't aware that, you know,
No.
there were Capricare existed, or like, you know, people were actually creating impact. And if you were to support a Capricare, if you were to send the money to Capricare, you actually know where your money is going. You actually know what type of support you're going to provide. You actually know where your goods are going, because there's full transparency there, right? So we have to continue to highlight these amazing
Yep.
people doing that work.
Yep. And there's many more doing probably the same thing,
Yes.
and that's why we create what we create right here.
Yes.
Nobody knows, okay? Or a small group of people know. I didn't know about Capricare until we had the show, okay?
Yeah.
So the people who's doing the work are very silent, and they're very humble folks, okay? They're very humble and they're very silent, and they're working hard. But people like me who's loud, loud mouth, you know, I love to put them, you know, up front and say, hey, tell us more. Okay, let's tell us what's going on, because we want to know what you're doing. Because by doing so, now you enlisted more support from another category of folks who did not know what kind of work you are doing. Back in 2019, is it 19? I think 19. I interviewed a young man. He got a YouTube show called C'est Gentil. So what he does, he went back to Haiti. This man I think was he born here, or he came here when he was a kid, young kids. But anyway, after he finished with college, he went back to Haiti, and I believe he's still in Haiti right now. He creating content on places that people don't talk about usually. Usually you see the beautiful beaches, you seeing all the stuff. Did you know they have multi-million-dollar home in Haiti? This man is creating showing you those multi-million-dollar home, showing you the estate that you can buy the same way, showing you those coffee industries, showing you a lot of stuff, showing you beautiful aspect, touristic aspect of Haiti, and he's creating this content. I had a chance to sit down with them, and one of the questions was like, you know, what make you go back and do that? He said, well, if I don't do it, who's gonna do it?
Yes.
You know, so if he, and I believe he's still in Haiti now. It's a little bit difficult to create those kind of content, but if you go to his YouTube channel, I think it's called C'est Gentil, you see all kind of content he's saying. And I saw another creator called, I think it's called Abel. Yeah, I think he's the video creator. So he talked to the population. He go in the mountains far away where usually people don't go, okay, and showing the beauty of the countryside, showing the beautiful aspect, the way the way life is, how accommodating those people are, how loving they are. But you never see those anywhere else. So those type of people who's doing those stuff, but those guys are they're very quiet, you know, they're very humble.
Yes.
But you know, we can continue like that. I mean, I love those kind of things, you know, keep pushing those contents.
Yeah. Unsung heroes, right? Because there are so many unsung heroes, and all doing work behind the scenes, and but there comes a time where you do need to be highlighted, right? There comes a time where people need to hear your story, right? Because you're helping so many other people, and you're helping them create stories. But what about your story, right?
Exactly.
So it's very important that we celebrate the work that you are doing.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I got to put a plug right here. You see Dr. Russo's under the live.
Yeah.
Dr. Russo is a major in the Army.
Wow.
It's not that many majors in the Army. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about numbers, but I don't know that many Haitian majors in the Army. Okay, so So that's an accomplishment. And I brought this up because we were just talking about the contribution of Haitian and Savannah. So hundreds of years later, an organization have to build a monument for those men, and we still have people don't know the history of those men. So what's gonna happen when we have people like Dr. Husso who's doing the sacrifices, when we have Haitians or Haitian American who are injured in Iraq and Afghanistan, who's doing the work, but and these stories are not being told.
Yes.
Okay, nobody know who those guys are. Okay, nobody know who those girls are. Okay, I had the chance to speak when I had a show called Vets Talk, and I was talking with a captain in the United States Navy who was a Postodonis, I think. Yeah. So it's not that many of them. So those people are doing exceptional things, exceptional work, and I love to sit down and talk to them. And if they're out there, please come to Haitian Creators Live. You know, let's sit down and talk and talk about you, because we would love to hear your story.
Absolutely. The comment is not popping up here, but I see it over on LinkedIn. Anna is saying, off topic, Johnny, your lighting looks good.
Listen, I'm gonna take this. When a photographer tell you your lighting looks good, listen, I must say thank you.
And everyone, that is coming from the Anna Hill. This is the Anna Hill, the headshots photographer in all of Central New York. When she tells you your lighting looks good, your lighting looks good. So I need to do something better.
No, listen, if you look at our last two shows, my lighting was horrible, and I went back and looked at it. I was like, oh my God. So I spent a lot of time trying to fix it. Now the question is, can I keep it consistent?
That's another thing too. Yeah. But the Anna here, her lighting is always consistent all the time. So that is
there's some people we deal with, like Anna, Doc from the Ecamm fam, Anna, Doc, all of the professionals. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's consistent. It's always look the same.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what platform they go to. It's always consistent.
Yes.
So my problem is to maintain that consistency.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a Wookiee when it comes to this, but
yeah. And then so whenever Anna and I do our shows together, we do Ecamm Network News and Building Blocks. We always do it in her studio downstairs, and this thing is always consistent. And I'm team Sony, using Sony camera, but she uses the Nikon and everything. Completely different. And myself here in this new studio, I'm still tweaking it as I go along. But congratulations, John.
Yeah, man. That's a victory for me, man. It took me a long time to figure this out. Right now I'm team Canon, because Canon was the first camera I ever lay my hands on, and that's how I know how to use right now.
Yeah.
Until then, it took me a lot.
Dr. Russo was asking, which lights are you using? He's struggling with
Well, actually, I am using the Elgato light.
Yes.
So the flat panel Elgato lights, those are the I got one facing me, and I'm using a small ring light that I put directly behind my camera.
Yes.
With low intensity, was facing me, but I used another Elgato light facing the ceiling and make it as bright as possible facing the ceiling, because I got a white ceiling. So that's what's reflecting on top of me right now. And then, of course, behind me, I just light it up with different night light to change the color.
Right. So you have the key lights, the Elgato key lights.
Yeah, the key lights.
Yeah. I have the Dasny key lights here with some softbox around them. So there are two of them. I used to have the aperture, like the light dome. It just takes up so much space, but this thing will be like right above me. It's like the sun. It's like the sun. But I definitely I think my lighting is good, but sometimes when I go back and watch some of the videos, I can do some tweaking. But
for the first time, listen, I'm trying to memorize everything right here, because I need to keep this consistent.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, the standard's just been set for me. I can't go back. I'm gonna be in trouble, right?
Anna's gonna be watching you now, right? So,
yeah. The standard's been set, so I got to keep it like this.
oh my gosh! And Dr. Russo was saying to make a short video for him, like a behind the scenes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I mean, I'll do a behind the scene. I can use my phone. If I had my cable with me, I did plug my phone and I could use it as another camera. But I'll do a short video and I'll put the information for you.
I don't know why her comments are not popping up, but now Anna's saying, Fuljens, your lighting is looking way better also. So you see? No, I have work to do.
She probably don't want to get in trouble. That's why she told you your lightning is looking way better.
Capital way, capital WAY.
Yeah. So what people don't understand, like for me, when I started doing when I introduced myself to the video world and decided, listen, I retired from the Navy. This is what I want to do. I just want to have fun. So I start creating those videos. If you see where I came from to the time I joined the ECAM fam, it's a big difference, right?
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of time to understand all of the concept from camera, from audio, from lighting, you a lot of time to figure this out.
It does.
But it's fun, when you figure out your camera and say, okay, this is it right here.
Yeah.
When you figure out your audio, you're like, okay, this is it. For me, lighting has been like a battle, and I thank Anna for mentioning it, because I used green screen. It wasn't a success because I kept fighting with the green screen. I can't get the quality that I wanted. So now I don't use the green screen anymore. I just use the regular wall on my studio. And even with that, it was either too dark or too bright. Always have an issue with it. So I spent some time today to figure it out. And I was like, I hope this works because it looks good.
Yeah.
But I guess it does look good.
It looks good. Yeah. Dr.
And I have to put the plug in there for my wife as well. She always like, come on, you can do better. You can figure out it looks good, but you can do it a little bit better. Yes. She's always pushing me.
That's right.
to make this, to make this happen. So thank you.
Right. So if they don't say it looks good or something like that, or that means we have work to do. So.
And of course. Of course, man. Of course. Well.
Dr. Russo said, guys, I have to go. It's an honor to watch you. Thank you so much, Dr. Russo. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Doc. It was a pleasure having you here as well.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the show because Fuljens have to run to another show. So, thank you to everybody who's watching and everybody who's going to watch the show. And we're trying to keep it consistent every Friday, but this is a brand new show, and more you share it with more people and more people knows about it, and we're going to be a little bit more consistent, but we're trying to bring you guests at the same time, so which is very difficult bringing guests. So, but hey, we're here.
We're here. We'll continue to be here for you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Both men and women do get checked out, and it's also Health Literacy Month. And just remember what we mentioned earlier, to leverage the power of video, because if there's one thing, if you can't read, we could definitely see, we can definitely hear, and we can understand and the language. So definitely consider that if you haven't done so already.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. This is the end, and thank you, everybody. And I need to find a link to watch your next show because you're going to another show with Gabe. So
with Gabe,
If it's in LinkedIn, I'll catch you on LinkedIn, and I appreciate everybody who was here. Thank you very much.
Definitely. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Have an amazing weekend. Bonne nuit.
Bonne nuit.